I'm Zanna from Fantasy Fox. Today I want to talk about what to pack for LARP. Next is LARP Standard. LARP Standard is kind of somewhere I imagine to be kind of, you're not quite a student on a train and you're kind of like past student on a train and you've got a car but it's only a small car. There's only so much you can bring. I'm trying to be thoughtful but also make sure I include everyone. Go through the things that weren't in LARP on a budget, but I will leave a list on the screen of all the things that I've spoken about before and all the things that I'm mentioning now. Tent, I would suggest something that you can stand up in, that's quite comfortable, has a bit of space in it for you and your stuff and maybe another person who's staying in there. Rock pegs, a mallet, just to get those pesky pegs in. A bit of tarpaulin. Some tarpaulin, because when it's raining at events or you're at specific sites, they won't allow you to drive your car immediately to the place where you're going to be camping. It's always best to bring a bit of tarpaulin so you can put all your stuff on to empty your car and cover from the rain. Torches and tent lights, as I've discussed before, having more than just one of those handheld ones, it's good to have something like this or like this to hang around your tent. So torches and tent lights, as I showed, they're really helpful to have a handheld one to walk about with and something for your tent. Then you don't have to rely on one torch to get you around or one torch to light up your tent. Next on my list is an airbed or a camp bed, depending on what you find more comfortable. I do not find airbeds comfortable anymore. I've bought quite a few, a lot of them have died very quickly, even if I've spent a fair bit of money on them. So I invested in a camp bed. You can invest in camp beds quite easily. They can be quite cheap and they can be really expensive. I paid £20 for my camp bed and it's lasted me a few years now. But again, it's down to personal preference. If you are taking an airbed though, make sure that you take a pump and you got the batteries for those pumps. A lot of the time they take, I think it's D batteries, sometimes C batteries. So yeah, make sure you bring an airbed pump. Next up is a sleeping bag, probably something 2 to 3 seasons. You kind of, at this point in LARP Standard, you're kind of starting to invest more and more into LARP, whether that's your out of character or in character stuff. Most people start with their in character stuff, but it doesn't matter. It's entirely up to you what is most comfortable for you. I strongly recommend a 2 to 3 season sleeping bag and maybe a sleeping bag liner if it's still not thick enough or warm enough for you, but it should be. Pillows, as stated before, blankets, bring as many as you can. Then we are on to toiletries. This is quite a bit different from LARP on a budget because when I was starting to get more and more into LARP, I found that I wanted more things with me that would help me in general. More of the medication side of things, so if I wanted painkillers, I could have painkillers. Those are the things I'd suggest. So I'm just going to quickly run through all the things because if I find anything that I've not spoken about before, I'll do a quick doobie-doo. So, toothbrush, toothpaste, dry shampoo, deodorant, sanitary products, personal medication, hand sanitizer, sun cream, after sun cream. This is important, even if you have put sun cream on and you've burnt still, bring some after sun, fingers crossed. You don't get burnt and you have sun cream on in the first place. Makeup, mirror, hairbands, hairbrush, shampoo, conditioner, body wash, towels, hangable bag, flip-flops. So if you're going to a site and you don't know what the shower situation is, a lot of the sites are going to be used by lots and lots of people. So I always recommend that you bring more than one towel, because if it's a wet event or whatever, it's a very muddy event or it's a very hot event, you're likely to need to use more than one towel and they might not dry in time for the next time you want to use them if you are a shower daily person. And I also recommend wearing flip-flops because you don't know what that floor is going to be like and how many people have stood on it. Next is a mini first aid kit. I have one of these. I basically have plasters, painkillers, anti-back stuff, anything that is about cuts, bruises, bites, bugs, you name it, bite cream, bug spray, that kind of stuff. Those are really helpful. I also usually keep some energy tablets in there because you never know what's going to happen. I also recommend Rehydration Tablets for when you've had a bit of a heavy night with the old drink. That can be quite helpful, or if it's been a very, very hot event and you've not drunk enough water, rehydration salts are meant to help with that. I wouldn't say they're the most tasty, however I do recommend that you bring them. Next up is tissues or Loo Roll. Some sites run a bit low on toilet roll, so it's sometimes good to bring your own, but also if you're like me and suffer with allergies, also very good to keep tissues on you for multiple reasons. Loo Roll can just be really helpful for cleaning up a bit of spilt drink on a table or whatever. Underwear, socks, bras, shoes, walking boots, jacket or coat, trousers / leggings, tops, underlayers. The underlayers I'm mostly talking about is kind of like your thermals, things that will go underneath everything, like your icy or your OC stuff, things that will keep you warm. That's what I mean by underlayers. Gloves, plastic bags, earplugs and eye masks. Next I recommend is a hot water bottle. Now I have a long hot water bottle, and I also have some normal shaped hot water bottle. I usually take my long one because it's huggable in bed. A lot of events have hot water somewhere on site that you'll be able to put some hot water in. I love my hot water bottle. It's such a luxury in my opinion. Even though we're not on the LARP luxury, we're only on the standard LARP, but it was such a luxury to upgrade from nothing and just blankets and my own heat to a hot water bottle. It was great. Next up is hand warmers or foot warmers or toe warmers, whatever you want to do. Me and my friends recently discovered that hand warmers are really helpful. You can place them in different parts of your body and they'll keep you quite warm. I'll leave links in the description for the hand warmers we grab, as I unfortunately don't have any left because the last event I went to was quite cold. Food, drink, water in a container for your water in the tent, portable charger, batteries, phone and cable, glasses and contacts and solutions, cash, ID and keys. LARP standard in character. Now again, a lot of this is going to be the same with a couple of extras. Here are the ones that are new to the list that weren't on LARP on a budget. Gambeson, something to go under your armour to keep you warm and protected from the armour as well. Any armour you're planning on wearing, whether that's chainmail or light leather armour, whatever you're wearing, make sure you bring it. Your greaves and van braces. So a drinking vessel, if you can buy some of these, I recommend having one for water and one for other drink. I personally like one of these. It's just wood and it's got metal on the inside, so you can have tea and coffee in this, you can have cold drinks in this. I've currently got squash in there. I also have another cup which my friend made, which is basically just to stick plastic cups in a leather mould of a cup. Very, very helpful, makes everything look a lot more in character. Monstering kit, so this is separate to your spare kit that you bring along in case your character dies or whatever. Some systems give you advice on what kind of kit they're looking for the monstering kit, so you might invest in some other types of kit just for monstering, just for some extra kit. These things could be reused into your normal kit. Or you could try a new system and put this new kit together. Who knows? It's just really helpful to have a little bit of extra kit to kind of work with. That's it with LARP standard. Something that I suggest for all of these is if you are self-catering, make sure that you bring a cooker. You're not going to be able to use a kitchen. And also make sure that you bring your cups and plates and cutlery and stuff to make sure that you can do all the things that you need to do for cooking for yourself. It's not always cheaper to cook for yourself, but that is for another video. I think that is everything. I will try and leave a link to the tick list in the description below so that you can have access to it. Please give my video a big thumbs up. And please subscribe to my channel for more content relating to LARP. My social media, which is at fantasyfox_x. So if you could please give that a follow, and then you can find out when the next video is due to happen. And I hope to see you next time. Alright.